Hello humans, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, we shape and polish opal weekly using a Dremel. If that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing. Today we're going to be working on this really tiny but beautiful piece of black Ethiopian opal. It's a little bit of a chip, but hopefully you'll be able to get something out of it. When you shine a flashlight through it, there's definitely some problems going on inside of it, but you can see through a little bit. When we weigh it out, it is 1.4 carats, so if you guys want to see how this stone turns out when it's shaped, keep on watching. So this opal is really tiny, and I'm just going to try to make this the face, if we're even able to get anything out of it. I know that there's a lot of great color on the other side, but I want to play it safe with the side that shows the best color. So I started out by taking in the edges to hopefully reveal a thicker stone in the middle. This is a really thin chip opal, and if we're able to get anything out of it at all, it's going to be really tiny. But I still wanted to give it a shot because it has fantastic color and it is black opal. It was advertised as natural black opal, and you know, I want to believe them. So yeah, I took in those thin edges, and we didn't get that thick of a stone, but I still had something to work with where I could kind of start etching away at the dirt on either side. But I was seeing protruding dirt coming in throughout the stone from the edges once I brought them in. So once I started flattening out the other sides, I noticed that there is a somewhat clean little section in there. There ended up being like a little fleck of potch or stone or something in there, but we did end up getting a nice piece out of it. And when you're shaping something this small with only your fingers, you are probably gonna get your fingers rubbed down quite a bit. So if you're gonna be working on stones this small, maybe use a dopping stick if you're worried about that. I'm not, and since this is so small, I really just made it a puck shape on the first Nova point, and then on the black and the brown Nova point, I just totally did all of the rounding and shaping. Like, most of the shaping was done on the black Nova point as far as doming and all that goes, and then I still got out some of the lumpy bumpies on the edges using my brown Nova point. So this one was really tiny, and these Nova points took off a lot of the stone while working on it. So it was about right here that I was starting to reveal really what was going on with it. And the side that I chose to be the back ended up still having a decent amount of dirt going on in it. You know, you can't always get a stone totally clean, but sometimes when you have a stone that has dirt in it, it can cause it to crack when the water evaporates out of it. So I was really trying to get all the dirt out of it, but no dice. And I was still pretty pleased with the shape of it. This is what the stone looked like after I was done with the nova points, and you guys can see that there's still a lot of issues going on with it, but we're at like 0.37 of a carat right now. And then this is it once it dried out, and you can really see all those colors coming back to just slap you on the face. It's so bright, and you guys can kind of see that little sliver of like potch or whatever in the face there, and all the dirt in the back. I was barely able to get anything out of this puppy, but what I did get is brilliant, and I'm pretty pleased about that. So going into polishing, I didn't use a dopping stick. Maybe I should have. I did drop it like a bunch of times. You know, like I record about half of what I do on my bits with my phone, because otherwise the video just ends up being too long. But oh man, did I drop this stone more than a dozen times. Because the paste makes it really slippery, and since it's so flat, I don't really have like a whole lot to hold on to. So I ended up just gripping it really hard, pinching it really hard in between my fingers, and then just kind of working on it with that, and then constantly readjusting and just squeezing it for dear life, because this thing really wanted to fly. It was craving to sprout some wings, and I was not gonna let it. So you guys can really see in this shot how I'm gripping it really hard, and then I'm going either side to kind of round the edges. And this was the best method that I found for shaping this small and this flat of a stone without a dop. I could have went and dopped this stone, but I didn't want to risk it busting up, because, you know, I'm not sure if this is stayish or wellow. They didn't really say on their listing, so I'm just gonna play it safe. I know that stayish does not react well with the old acetone trick, so we're not gonna do that today. And I'm just lucky that I was able to find this stone every time I dropped it. One of the times that I dropped it, I didn't find it for like 20 minutes, but I kept calm, and I was able to find it in the long run, so thank God for that. And once I got it nice and polished, I really was pleased with it. But the polishing process on this was a bit frustrating. If you're going to be working on this small of a stone, definitely do some dopping. But be aware that certain types of opal don't react well with the super glue acetone thing, so you can get something like a piece of masking tape and double-side it and press that on there. I hear that that works. I haven't tried it out myself, but there are plenty of methods for dopping so you don't lose your stone. The final weight of the stone is 0.32 carats. But this is what the final stone looks like, guys, and it is just one of the most fantastic pin fires I've ever had. It's tiny, and it's flawed, but wow, does it pack a punch. And it's black, and it stayed black. It didn't disappear for some reason. So, I mean, yeah, I'm really pleased with it. I was able to get a really nice mirror-like polish on it. Wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do that. And it's got these fuchsias, it's got blue and green, and pretty much everything I could have ever dreamed of color-wise in this stone. The back, you know, it's not the best back in the world, but that's why it's the back of this stone, you know? But the face is very good. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. Like this video if you haven't liked it already. That would be awesome. If you have even a single friend to share this with, you know, that would be spectacular if you would share this with that friend. If you have anything to say, please don't hesitate to leave a comment. I would really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time that I make a video. Later.